Hi everyone, welcome to this Sketchbook Tour video. So this is the sketchbook I used from June to November 2020, and it's the watercolor journal from Handbook & Co, I think. Yeah, let's dive in. So on this first page, I just did a bunch of random blobs with an highlighter, and I tried to turn it into faces. So this is what these are. Some more ballpoint pen doodles. These two are from references I found on Pinterest. Some pressed flowers. More ballpoint pen here. For this, I brought my mother's Posca pens, and I just wanted to try them out, and I really like how it looks. Watercolor tiger, I did on a separate piece of paper and just did in here. Some more watercolors. This I found a picture with that kind of concept on Pinterest, and I just wanted to try it out for myself. So yeah, I just really like how it turned out. I like this pose, and I used it for something else. On this page, I did a draw this in your style. This is what it is. This is the initial sketch for it, and this is the final painting. I like the sketch a lot better than the final paintings, which is usually what happens actually with my paintings. I usually like the sketch a lot more. And these are some more random blobs that I turned into shapes and faces. I like this one and this one. Actually, I like how the nose turned out in this. I just think they look kind of funny. Just, yeah, big noses. And just some random gouache painting. For this, I was trying to come up with a new design for lino print. So I just drew a bunch of concepts on here, and I think for the final design I went with something in the same style as this. Not the same drawing, but the same style. Yeah, this is actually the final concept for the lino print. And I think I have the final, yeah, here is the final print. So this is the original design, and this is once it was printed on paper. It's actually the first print I've ever made, and I really like how it turned out. Then for the rest of this page is just some random ballpoint pens. Actually, a lot of things in this sketchbook are just random stuff, so I'm gonna say that a lot. And this is from Alicia's Getting into Gouache class on Skillshare. And yeah, it was a really interesting class. There was a lot of stuff about color mixing or how to add interest on certain parts of a painting. So it was really helpful, really interesting class. If you have Skillshare, you should totally check it out. It was really, really interesting. Some more gouache portraits. And for this was from my last life drawing class from last year. It was during pandemic, so we didn't have any model. So instead we used just our feet as references, and there was also a skeleton, so we used that as well. So this is what this is. Another gouache study. Some random stuff, color wheel with a flower. For this page, I actually got my first tube of acrylic gouache, and I wanted to try it out, so I just painted all of that with acrylic gouache, and then I drew over it with a white pencil, and I think it looks really cool. I really like the effects of the white pencil on colored background. I really like these two sketches, especially. Just a random fox with gouache. Some more doodles, and this is a sketch I did on Procreate and just sticked in here because I liked how it looked. This is probably one of my favorite spread of this whole sketchbook. These two are gouache entirely, I think. Actually, I started this one with watercolors and it wasn't turning right at all, so I just covered it with gouache instead. And then these ones are watercolors. On this page, I have more Posca drawings. All of these are Poscas. I actually turned this one into a finished illustration. I'm going to show you. So yeah, I changed the colors between the two, but I just kept the initial sketch. And yeah, I really like how the hair looks in this one. Yeah. And for this one, I really didn't like how her face looked, so I just stuck a flower on it. You're gonna see in the rest of the sketchbook, this is basically what I do every time I don't like how something looks, I just cover it up with something. So yeah, if you see flowers or leaves in here, it's probably hiding something ugly. Oof, I really don't like this page. I was thinking about some concepts I wanted to do for finished paintings, so it's a little bit messy. And I did come up with paintings with this and this. Hang on, I'm gonna show you. So this is for this sketch. And this is from these. I actually don't really like this one, but yeah. And this is just $1 that my parents brought back from the US when they went last year, and I just tucked it in here because I don't want to lose it. Background study from Pinterest. I actually get bored usually while I do background studies, so this is why everything looks wonky, just because I can't put the effort to make it correct and straight because I'm lazy. So yeah, little wonky study. So more ballpoint sketches. This is from a picture I found on Instagram. She actually just drew the top. I think it was a digital drawing, and I just thought it looked really cool, so I drew it for a character. Yeah, random lady. This sketch is inspired by another artist on Instagram that I really like. I really like how she uses colors in her portraits, so I tried to do the same thing in my sketchbook. And on this page, I just wanted to use some opera pink with some turquoise, so that's just what it is. Just a lady with a wolf pelt and some spirit babies. I actually really like to draw these little spirits in my sketchbook, so you're gonna see them again. And I just put some teacups and some mushrooms here. This page I started while I was on vacation with my parents, so I drew a kappa and a random lady, some leaves. This one is hiding something, I think. Yep, hiding something. Another kind of random page. This leaf is also hiding something really bad. Yeah. But I do like these like cyclops cat and bunny. I think they look kind of cute. Another lady with too many eyes. This was supposed to be Katara fan art, but I really didn't like how it turned out, so I didn't finish it. And I tried to cover it with this bird drawing. This is inspired by another artist on Instagram. She paints a lot of skulls with really pretty colors, so I wanted to try it on my own. So this is what it is. Portrait study, again, something I found on Pinterest. I just added some stuff here to make it more of a finished painting. I actually really like how this one turned out because I'm really bad at painting skin in watercolors, but this one turned out alright, so it was nice. And this is a really cool leaf that I found on a hike. Katara again, but this one I actually feel like it's a lot more successful than this one. For this one I was inspired by traditional Tibetan costumes. I just found a bunch of references on Pinterest and tried to make an outfit on my own. So yeah, some more cool leaves. For this one, I wanted to redesign Katara's adult costume, so it's not that different from the original, but I still try to make it more my own, and I kind of like how it turned out. And this is adult Zuko as well. Some random watercolor leaves. I was following along a video from Ahmed Aldouri. He was making a tutorial on how to shade, so I was trying to follow along with the shape. Some more spirit babies here with the frogs. This one looks weird, but I like this one. Some hand studies I found on Pinterest again. This is a concept I made for a finished painting that I actually haven't finished yet. And these are some eye studies in watercolors. These two are from Dory Wynot's work, they're just copies. And this one is done from reference from Pinterest, and this one is from memory. And weirdly enough, I think that this one turned out a lot better than this one, despite not having a reference for that one. On this page, I was trying to come up with a new design for a lino print, for a sword lino print, so this is what this is, and I'm going to show you the final result. This is the final print from that. Yep. And these are just movie tickets that I put in here. For this page, I was trying out some lighting effects in watercolor, so yeah. And the page was looking very empty, so I just added this lady and the leaf. And I kind of like how the lady looks on the watercolor background here. Some more sketches here. This is a ticket from a museum in Paris that has a lot of animal skeletons in it. It's really interesting to see how it works behind the skin and the fur. I'm really bad at drawing animals, so this kind of thing is really helpful to see. Just some gouache studies. I mostly stick it in here for this bird. I think it looks nice. A protea flower with a lady. More random stuff. For this page, I got two new tubes of Acrylic gouache, so I just wanted to try them out, so I did the whole background with it. These 3 paintings are just regular gouache. And this is all brush pen. Some more watercolor paintings here. And for this, I wanted to make a painting with a fairy and a horse and that kind of stuff. But I realized that I actually can't draw horses at all. So I wanted to train a little bit before. So this is why you can see I try to break the horse into basic shapes, the different parts of the horse, and just did some tries here. But I still need a lot of training before I'm able to draw a horse correctly. But this is what this whole page is for. And for this, I actually really like the hand here. Not that much for the face, but I like the hand. For this sketch, I wanted to draw an Oni girl with some mech parts, like mech arms and legs. And I did like how the sketch turned out, but once I was starting to paint it, I really lost the details that I wanted, and I kind of got discouraged with it, so I just stopped, and now it just looks like a weird blob in the middle of the page. Yeah. And this is a concept for a finished painting I did. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, this is the sketch for my 200 followers artist support posts. Actually, that painting. And these are just some color studies I did. As you can see, I didn't end up using the same colors, but I just tried it out here. And these are some still life studies. I actually wanted to do a bunch of still lifes because I'm really bad at coloring so far. I just have trouble trying to choose which color should be where, so I wanted to improve on that. It's only once I finished painting these 3 that I realized that I just picked 3 orange subjects. So much for improving on coloring. Random lady, I really don't like how she looks. I wanted to paint that protea as well, again for color studies, but I just was lazy, so I didn't do it. And now I just have this sketch in here. This is a gouache study. These are all acrylics, and it's actually the first time I used acrylics, which is kind of funny because my mom has like a whole crate full of acrylics and I've never used them before. So it was interesting. I actually kind of like how it turned out. These are from studies I found on Pinterest. There were already studies of pictures done in digital, I think, and I just tried to copy them in acrylics. And this one is from memory. And then I just have some gel pen doodles. This is actually what I looked like during quarantine, just big sweater with sweatpants because you gotta stay fashion. Some other ladies. I actually really like to draw mech parts on paintings and drawings. I just feel like it just adds a lot of interest in a drawing very easily, so I like drawing that. This is probably hiding something bad. Yeah, this is hiding something bad. We're not gonna show that. So this was during Inktober. I actually didn't take part into Inktober this year because I was way too busy, but I just saw everyone doing these awesome ink drawings, and it made me want to make my own. So this is what this is. This is one of my OCs. Her name is Jude. She's here too. She's done with inks and pencil here, and I like how she turned out. These are all made with a fountain pen I just got, so I wanted to try it out. And I like the fishes. I think they look nice. This is another mech girl. And this is a sketch I did in another sketchbook, and I really liked how it turned out, so I stuck it in here. Like I said, this is Jude, same OC here and here. And this is done in watercolors. These are some concepts for future painting I want to make. And this is, it's kind of an Among Us inspired drawing. I actually don't play the game because I don't have enough friends to play with me, and I'm way too shy to play with people I don't know. But I just wanted to draw an astronaut, so here it is. Just some random watercolor doodles here. This is from a page I just had lying around, so I stuck it in here. It's always useful reference anyway. I really like how this sketch turned out. I like the colors. I like the orange with the kind of bluish purple. I think it looks really nice. And these are some concepts for some more lino prints. I still have to do that one, but I actually finished that one last week. I'm gonna show you. So this is the final print, and I'm really happy with it. The teeth were just a nightmare to carve, but I like the final result. And yeah, some random blackberries here. This is for Self-Portrait Day 2020. So this is kind of what I look like, a little bit. This eye is a little bit wonky, but otherwise it kind of looks like me, I feel like. A lot better than last year, at least. This is a random lady. I gave her a name, but I actually cannot remember her, so I don't know. And this is a protea flower again in pencils. This is watercolor, some cool shoes with some flowers. I actually got lazy with the flowers and I didn't finish them, but I do like how the shoes look here. And this is a character from Jujutsu Kaisen, which is a very cool manga. I really like it. This page is pretty much just gouache, except for her. So this is the gouache study that everyone has done before. It's from Howl's Moving Castle. And this is a gouache study I found on Pinterest again. I just really liked the lighting effects on that one, so I wanted to try it out. So I just copied it. Some trees. This is a lowish painting. It's initially digital, and I just painted it with gouache. Some Plague Doctor. Gouache again. And a lady in armor with a sword. And this is a study from Breath of the Wild. I actually really don't like how it turned out. I don't think it looks really good. I don't draw background really often, and it shows. I really should draw more backgrounds, train a little more on that. But yeah, this is what it is. And for this page, I honestly just really wanted to be done with this sketchbook, so I just drew a lady in armor. And yeah, I've done this sketchbook from June to November 2020. And yeah, I just wanted to be done at that point. And here I just stuck some separate pieces of paper that I had lying around. So this is another drawing I made for Inktober this year, and some gouache studies. And these are some stamps that I made. Yeah. This is my sketchbook for 2020. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!